All right, YouTube, today we are going to be using a really fun team, and the end of series 10 is basically here. We have a few more days and then we're switching to series 11. We have Dynamax and one restricted. I don't know why they choose it, but I will make as much fun as I can have in the series as possible until we are moving on officially to series 11. And there are some ideas that I still had. So Choice Scarf Lucario, similar to the Choice Scarf Mienshao idea I had, except Lucario is not a Pokemon used in this format, so maybe it can catch some players off guard. Outspeed Shadow Rider Calyx, getting to crunch off the fast coaching Meteor Mash close combat's pretty sick. Aurora Veil I think is pretty solid. Of course, Daishan is everywhere, so it's really hard to get off Aurora Veil with the ice types, but I thought, with this team, I think it can be accomplished. So we will see how this team goes. If you do enjoy the videos, be sure to leave a like down below, leave a comment down below. It really does help me out, and you can check out my other social medias, including more content from me if you want, with my other YouTube channels and my Twitch channel where I live stream. Make sure you check it out. Links in the description down below. But let's get started and play some games. Oh, okay. What are with these interesting teams? We're Bombi, Talonflame, Picurchin, Latios. Okay, I don't know. It's close to the end of the ladder. I think I faced a lot of really interesting teams of late. Let's see how this one goes. Toxicroak, absolutely love that Pokemon. Is this a Simple Beam strategy? Because I know Latios gets Simple Beam, so that is something that I do have to keep in the back of my mind. The Ho-Oh is actually a big concern. Although they don't really have the best ways to damage Ho-Oh other than Kyogre. Gastrodon actually... Wait, they don't have an answer for Gastrodon. Unless the Latios has Energy Ball or Grass Knot. So I like Rillaboom Gastro, I guess? I like Gastro for sure. Maybe Gastro Ho-Oh? No, Gastro Real is pretty safe. I think Ho-Oh in the back and Vanilluxe in the back. Like... I don't know. What is this team? I just have no clue. I just have no clue what this team's supposed to be. We'll find out, I guess. We'll find out. I wonder what they're going to bring, because I am extremely curious on what sets they have. I'm extremely curious because you never know. We've seen a lot of crazy teams before, and we've seen a lot of fancy tricks. Talonflame plus Kyogre, that's not really that bad. We're going to see the Rillaboom plus Gastro. So this is probably Quick Art Talonflame. That's like my first guess. Ooh, I don't have a switch into Brave Bird, do I? Do I let Rillaboom go down is the question immediately. Kind of don't want. Do I? I don't need Rillaboom, but I guess I don't need Vanilluxe at all either. But the thing about getting rid of Sunny and Vanilluxe is the weather is problematic because I don't KO the Talonflame with Scald. But I guess I could just fake out Talonflame and Scald. There's not really a downside to that, I imagine. Like, Kyogre can't pick up a knockout. Yeah, it is Quick Guard, so I could have Drum Beating. That's fine. Because, like, getting rid of Talonflame is also really nice. And, what? This has to be Ice Beam, I'd imagine. Yeah. Like, that's okay. I have an Assault Vest. I'll take it pretty comfortably. Not comfortably. That did a lot. Is that Specs? That seems like Specs. Scald going to come out. Focus Sash, okay. Item confirmed. I guess I could just draw off an Earth Power and a Kyogre. Ice Beam did so much. I'm gonna go Vanilluxe here because now I can use it to KO the Talonflame, eliminate its Sash. I just don't know if Scald actually would. I think actually I could have went Vanilluxe turn 1. It would have saved myself from the Ice Beam damage and also like would have breaking the Sash. I keep forgetting that I run max like a lot of special attack on my Gastrodon this time around. I'm used to running a bulkier one, so. Quick Art's gonna come out, which makes sense. They want to block the Rillaboom from getting a Grassy Glide off. This is probably Ice Beam again into my Rillaboom slot. Okay, perfect. I think that's Specs. It is doing so much damage. Earth Power gonna come out. So goodbye HP on Kyogre, and Talonflame goes down. So that's one Pokemon gone, which is really nice here. I did lose my Focus Sash on my Vanilluxe, but Vanilluxe only really helps against Latios, I think. And I don't even know if my opponent's going to bring Latios. We'll find out. Oh, I thought it was Leftovers on the Kyogre for a second, and I was like super confused. Okay, so we heal back all the HP. Let's see what my opponent's going to bring out next. This is going to be... I'd say they say Picurchin in the back. Latios comes out, I think. Yeah, that's Latios. You have a grass move? Because it seems like you're playing like it. Ho-Oh doesn't seem like a bad play here, but I think I'm just going to protect here and go for a Blizzard. I just don't see a reason not to draw off a Blizzard here. I think Kyogre is... choice locked. The Ice Beam's just doing so much damage. Like, Ice Beam did so much to my Rillaboom that I think it has to be. I wonder if they go for the Draco Meteor or Psychic with Latios, or if they're gonna Tailwind, or they go for the Grass move. This could be Grass move, and it might just go for the Gastrodon. Okay, they stay in. Are they doubling my Gastro? Could be Draco plus a thing. Okay, they do drop a Draco, and it's going to be in a Vanilluxe. So Vanilluxe is going to go down. Okay. See ya, Vanilluxe. Thank you for stopping by. I don't think this is a bad spot at all, though. I really don't. White herb. Oh, that changed my plans immensely. Okay, this game got really awkward because it is white herb on the Latios, which actually hurts me a lot here. I'm gonna go Rillaboom. What I'm really scared of if they have Pincurchin in the back and they swap into Pincurchin to get rid of my grassy terrain so they can ice beam my Rillaboom without having to worry about Grassy Glide. It's definitely a possibility here. I just don't know what they have in the back. I think my best play is actually just to fake out Earth Power to Kyogre. I do think it's the best play because I get good damage into Kyogre regardless. We're going to see the Kyogre retreat though. Okay, is this Toxicroak? Ribombee. Okay, I'm not KOing this with Earth Power, unfortunately. Tailwind, all right. Okay, I'm trying to figure out what the rest of this team is going to be. All right, so I know if I can save Rillaboom in the back, I have Grassy Glide pressure. All right, what's Ribombee gonna do? I'm trying to figure out. Oh man, so they have Tailwind, Draco Meteor on the Latios. That's all we've really confirmed. Just a Ho-Oh switch should be really safe here and protect. I guess if they hard swap here, it's a nightmare for me. Well, it's not that big of a nightmare because they would probably have to lock themselves in a water. No, it'd be a guessing game right between Water Spell and Ice Beam with Draco Meteor plus Ice Beam KOs Gastrodon, and with specs on the Kyogre, I imagine it does. That's why the white herb on the Latios actually matters in this matchup, which is really weird to say, but yeah, it does. So it's a Draco Meteor into the Gastro. That's fine. Pollen Puff. Okay. All right, that's fine. I think I just get to Brave Bird the Ribombee slot and just attempt to recover with Gastrodon. I'll live a Draco Meteor. I don't know if I live a double up, but if I don't live a double up, it's gonna come down to ally switch on the freaking Latios, isn't it? Actually, I think I can play around it if it's specs on the Kyogre. All right, let's go for the recover here and a Brave Bird. I think they do have to double up Gastro in order to pick up a knockout. And if they don't, I get to recover off the damage. We're gonna see the Ribombee hard switch into Kyogre. Okay. That works out amazingly well for me. Okay. Because I get to find out what move they lock themselves into by double protecting the following turn. Here comes Draco Meteor into the Gastrodon. I should survive this pretty comfortably. Yeah. Nice. Able to take it. Go for recover here to get the HP back. And the Brave Bird should put this Kyogre into range of Earth Power. Or just almost KO. Yikes. That Kyogre did not like that Brave Bird. All right. Here goes the recover. And does Latios get life do? I don't think it does. I should be able to go for a Scald here into the Kyogre slot and a Protect. If they lock themselves in Ice Beam, that's fine. If they have Ally Switch, it's okay because Kyogre can't pick up a knockout here, which is the important part. And if a choice locks into Ice Beam, I just like literally recover and I guess or Protect and Brave Bird go for the attack. They can't punish my Ho-Oh, so they're still in a really rough spot. This Latios, unless they have a Grass Move and they've been hiding it this entire time. We're gonna see the swap here into the Ribombee. All right, it's gonna come down to the Kyogre attack here. What did you go for? Did you go for the Last Ditch Origin Pulse? They went for Thunder and a Ho-Oh. It makes sense because it looks like they can't damage the Ho-Oh. Scald gonna come out. Goodbye, Kyogre. All right, I don't think they can threaten the Ho-Oh. Like, I really don't think they can. I should have this game locked now. I should be able to get a Scald off into Ribombee, and I should be able to get a recover off. Because Gastrodon health doesn't matter anymore because the only Pokemon... Well, it could, I guess. But, I mean, Ho-Oh is literally the Pokemon I think that wins the game, so I might as well just recover and Scald. This was a really fascinating team. And I'm still not even sure, like, what the special thing about this team, like, what the roles are supposed to be accomplished. Is it Sticky Web or Ribombee plus, like, Kyogre specs for the damage output? You get the Tailwind up and you have Sticky Web support. Gleam gonna come out, that's fine. As you can see, it does no damage. I'm able to recover off all the damage with Ho-Oh. And they're going to have to hope for a crit, I think. They do have to hope for a crit. And they're running out of Draco Meteor power points too. So good. Bye, Rabombi. I could probably live a crit if I get back to full, and I definitely could in this. I could swap Gastrodon out into Rillaboom and protect Ho-Oh. And that's probably the safest way here. Like, I think, because it also stalls out a Draco Meteor power point. Yeah, they're gonna forfeit anyway, because like it's really unlikely to win. They would have to crit Draco Meteors like 3 times in a row. But yeah, like maybe they could have. I think the Rillaboom play is safe because I think they have to target the Ho-Oh because it keeps recovering in a lot of situations. But yeah, let's look at this team. Air Balloon, Quick Guard. Okay, I guess it's just like a Protect the Kyogre team. That's what it looks like. Okay. Why? Is this an anti-Xerneas answer? Imprisoned, Moonblast, Dazzling Gleam? Is that a Xerneas answer? Wait. Talonflame gets Faint and it has Hurricane? What? I did not know. Wait, this Pokemon gets Faint? Wait, this thing actually does get Faint. I never actually knew that. Or I guess maybe it's been so long, but I don't remember ever seeing this Pokemon have Faint. So wow, that is a unique option, especially special Talonflame with the kill. The Specs Ogre, we confirmed the damage earlier. We saw how much it was doing to Rillaboom with Ice Beam, the Life or Picurchin with Electric Terrain. This team was literally Protect the Kyogre. It was Ally Switch. I knew it was Ally Switch. I knew it. Oh my lord, this team was absolutely insane. It's literally just Protect the Kyogre. It's literally just Protect the Kyogre, do as much damage as you can to Specs Water Spout, prevent Rillaboom from ever attacking with Quick Guard on 2 Pokemon. You literally have the Pincurchin to switch into Grassy Terrain attacks, and then you do, I guess, Faint under Tailwind stuff, shenanigans with Talonflame. That is an insane team. That is an insane team. All right, a Xerneas team. Xerneas, Incineroar, the Amoonguss, Volcarona, Urshifu, and Rillaboom. Actually a pretty scary team. The Urshifu is actually pretty threatening. There's double grass on this. All right, let's see what I want to go here. Ho-Oh, for sure. Maybe Ho-Oh Lucario. It threatens a lot here. And it really does threaten a lot here. I have Rage Powder, which is really nice here too. Man, I want to bring Vanilluxe, but I just don't think it's a call. I don't think it's a call here either. I don't think Luxray is that great here. I think Rillaboom and Gash are definitely the last two. I know there's double fire here and double grass, but I think having Rillaboom for Grassy Glide cleanup into Xerneas as well as the Urshifu is really important here. Also having another switch into Urshifu is always really important. The thing about Urshifu in this game is they're going to have to clean a bit of my field in order to actually use their Urshifu effectively. This is going to be an interesting game. Incineroar is definitely one of their key pieces here because it affects my Rillaboom and my Ho-Oh, which are pretty threatening mons to my opponent, especially Rillaboom, the fact that I can Revenge KO and hit their Urshifu mainly. So this game's going to be all about positioning. Most Xerneas teams are really about positioning. I wouldn't be surprised to see something like a Xerneas lead here with Incineroar. If they lead, what's it called? Yeah, Xerneas Incineroar. Okay. I kind of want to Brave Bird close combat the Incineroar. I don't know if that would work out because it probably wouldn't KO. And maybe it depends on the Incineroar set. Because they gotta be worried about Lucario actually doing damage to Xerneas too, right? So, you know what? Let's close combat and Brave Bird attempt. Most Incineroars on these kinds of teams will run Scarf anyway, so I might as well just attempt it. Yeah, I just don't see a reason not to. Xerneas might protect here, and Incineroar might just go for a Flare Blitz or Parting Shot right off the bat. And there's no switching for my opponents either. Nothing takes a Brave Bird on their team. Like, literally no switch-ins. Literally 4 Pokemon weak to flying. It was Amoonguss, Rillaboom, Urshifu, Volcarona. Yeah, literally no switches to flying in the back. So we'll go for close combat and Brave Bird. We're going to see the swap here, which is interesting, into the Volcarona. Oh, they're going to try to get Rage Powder or Flame Body. So this should be Protect. If they don't Protect, that's really aggressive there, but okay, nice. Okay. Please no Flame Body immediately. That's really good damage in a Volk, actually. I don't mind eliminating Volk because if it has Giga Drain, that's important for my Gastro. No Flame Body, perfect. All right, able to get a Brave Bird off. Goodbye. Volcarona, really nice there. They can't even tell I'm Scarf Eater. They might still fear Sash, so this is really good. So my play upcoming turn is probably just a close combat here and switch into... Oh, Rillaboom back. Alright, that really works out for me. I don't need Gastro anymore. It's nice, but I don't need it. I kind of want to throw off close combat realistically, because like I don't see my... unfortunately, I don't see myself getting any really big hits off anymore. So I'm going to go Rillaboom and close combat. They might Moonblast knock out my... Lucario, which is fine. I think close combat is going to do a ton of damage. I don't know if they U-turn out. I think they have to fake out the Ho-Oh. We'll get a close combat off into the Rillaboom, hoping for a 2-shot. Looks like about a 2-shot. I'm going to fake out the Xerneas next turn, close combat, threaten the Rillaboom. Because that's what I'm kind of trying to hope for right here. Okay. Still pretty solid of a position. I just got to be careful because Xerneas behind the sub could still be a concern. But overall, I think Lucario is going to go in right now. Like, I don't see a reason why I don't get a fake out off into the Xerneas slot in a close combat and a Rillaboom. Hopefully it picks up the knockout. Looks like it should. It really does look like it should. I also get back to heal full HP. If they switch in Incineroar, they take the close combat. It's still really bad for them at the end of the day, so we might as well just fake out and close combat. They're gonna protect. That's fine. I wish I guess I would have switched out the Rillaboom. I mean, it doesn't really matter to me, I think. So here comes close combat into the Rillaboom slot. Just barely misses the knockout. Such a shame. This is U-turn, which is really bad because that's chip damage for Moonblast. Oh, that's annoying. If this is Gleam on the Xerneas, that's also really bad because that might knock out Rillaboom with his range. Ah, I really was hoping for the knockout there, and I couldn't let Xerneas get an attack off, so I had to fake out. Oh boy. Rough position. Rough position. All right. Let's swap Lucario, because Lucario could still be useful depending on the Xerneas set. Sack the Gastrodon and Drum Beating. It's really going to come down to what the Xerneas set is and what Incineroar goes for here. Come on. Come on. Please let Lucario do something. Well, it missed a 2-shot. It is Moonblast comes out. Okay, perfect. Getting the Drum Beating off is actually really huge here. And the reason for the Drum Beating is because maybe my Lucario will be able to outspeed the Xerneas afterward. And that's kind of what I'm hoping here. So here comes Drum Beating into the Xerneas slot. Really nice damage. A Parting Shot. Okay, for fake out. That's realistically fine. Because I get to go Ho-Oh. This is a bit more complicated than I think. So I'm imagining this upcoming turn is switch out the Rillaboom back to Incin. You get Intimidate and you get Fake Out for the next turn. Should I go Lucario here actually? Because if I go Lucario, I could Meteor Mash attempt. Yeah, why don't I go for that actually? I was thinking going Ho-Oh, but I actually think Lucario's the play here. And Meteor Mash the Xerneas and swap out into Ho-Oh, I think. It's a play. I also get to reset Fake Out if this is the case, and the Intimidate from earlier. But let's see. If Lucario's faster than Xerneas, really good here. I'd be able to get the KO with Meteor Mash into the Xerneas, I'd hope, as if I hit, and that'd be really solid. So really just depends on the Xerneas speed tier right here. It might be like just faster than Scarf Kyogre, which means Lucario should outspeed. Actually, wait, is Lucario base 90 or 95? Oh, my math might be failing me right now. All right. Ho-Oh. Okay, we're faster. Meteor Mash, KO. Okay, it's not a KO, but it does put in range of Grassy Glide, which is really important here. Moonblast's going to come out into the Lucario, which is okay here. And if I went for Grassy Glide Meteor Mash, I actually just KO'd. I didn't think about that. I really thought they were going to fake out. Or just hard swap to Incin. Yeah, that might have been the throw by me, actually. So here comes Incineroar. I mean, this is still probably fine at the end of the day. I think Ho should beat the Incineroar 1v1 because of Recover. So I go Rillaboom. I click Fake Out into the Incineroar slot, and I click Brave Bird here. Their smartest play is actually to switch out Incineroar out into Rillaboom and protect the Xerneas. That way they could recycle another Fake Out and Intimidate all in the same turn while Grassy Terrain disappears. But there's not anything I capitalize off of other than the Recover there, and I think that doesn't really change anything, so I might as well just Brave Bird here. Their smartest play. Okay, they don't go for it. That's actually really good for me that they don't go for it. Yeah, that's really good for me that they don't go for it, because if they went for the Rillaboom sack to get an instant, they could have faked out my Ho and Moonblast my Rillaboom and still had Xerneas pretty healthy. But now I think the Xerneas is in -1 Brave Bird range, so I think I'm in an okay spot at the end of the day. So we go for the Grassy Glide here. The reason we go for Grassy Glide is in case they try to go out into the Rillaboom and we, for some reason, in Brave Bird here. They should just be parting shotting out, I'd imagine. Luckily, they didn't recognize the Rillaboom sack there, because the Rillaboom sack would have been really awkward. Oh man, if only Lucario just got the KO. Moonblast's gonna come out. They target Ho-Oh, actually. Okay. That's actually pretty solid for me. We're gonna get the Brave Bird off. Does KO Xerneas. Okay, Xerneas goes down. That's a really big knockout, by the way. Getting rid of Xerneas is an absolutely big knockout. Is this a double up attempt into the Ho? No, they Flare Blitz the Rillaboom. Okay. I'm okay with that. Yeah, that should be fine, I think. Only problem is the Grassy Terrain's going to heal. That's a little bit annoying. But I just protect this upcoming turn. Then I recover. I should be fine, I think, for the most part. It's just depending on how much damage these Pokemon are doing here. Incineroar probably doing 30%. Rillaboom, it depends on if it has knockoff or if it has a second grass move here, which I'd imagine is probably knockoff. But as long as I keep recovering, I think I'm okay. Timer is an issue though. I do have to play around timer, but I think I win the timer game as long as I get some more damage into Incineroar and then recover off to full. So they are going to play the timer game because they do realize, oh, this is not exactly the greatest spot to be in, and all because I didn't go for the Grassy Glide earlier. Protect here. This is Fake Out. And Throat Chop. I also wonder who's faster between all stuff. Flare Blitz. Wait. Oh, that actually really concerns me. Because if they're going for Flare Blitz, what's their last move? Because if it's not a dark move they're throwing up, unless it's Snarl. If it's Snarl, then yeah, then this game is probably really safe in my favor. But them going for Flare Blitz is awkward right there. Okay, I'm faster than a Rillaboom. That's actually really nice. I'm able to get a recover off. I wish I Brave Birded then. All right. It is knockoff. That's fine. Not going to do too much. And Goggles really doesn't change anything in this matchup. They have Taunt. Yeah, that's what I was concerned about. If they had Taunt. Okay. Do I go for the Fire or do I go for the Brave Bird? Because the extra recoil can matter in this. I think I go for the Fire. Because I don't know how much I'm... Well, Incineroar can only go for Flare Blitz. This game is a lot closer than I think. But the thing is, they don't have a move that like super hits my Ho-Oh hard. Yeah, they're going to go for Glide. I just think saving the recoil is just really important here. So I go for the Fire here in the Rillaboom. Picks up the knockout. And then Incineroar, it can Parting Shot or it can go for Flare Blitz. But they're also taking recoil, which is also a big factor. Ooh, I'm not sure. I think I might lose this. I think there's 2 more turns of Taunt, right? There's 2 more turns of Taunt, aren't there? Yeah, and it looks like Flare Blitz did enough. Unless there rolls. I have to Fire here the Incineroar too. I can't go for Brave Bird. The recoil is just going to screw me over. I could go for Brave Bird crit depending on how much this next Flare Blitz does, because if I go for Brave Bird crit, it might be the play or the way out. We're going to see Flare Blitz again. 76 to 34. So yeah, I have to go for the Brave Bird. Maybe Brave Bird was actually the call too. I wonder if I won if I went for 2 Brave Birds. We'll find out, I guess. I got to go for Brave Bird here. Taunt Incineroar actually saves here, I think. So let's see. Brave Bird into the Incineroar slot. Okay, no. Even if I went for 2 Brave Birds early, it didn't change anything. Ah, good game. Taunt Incineroar definitely screwed me over there. Because if it was a dark move, I think Ho-Oh would have still been able to eat it relatively healthy. Been able to recover off and then just keep Brave Birding. But that Taunt, oh, changed the game immensely. All right. Oh, well. I think the big turn though, what I realized that the big turn is, since I did call like the Rillaboom not clicking fake out that turn, I did go on the bank of Meteor Mash, going for the KO and the Xerneas. I should have glided into Meteor Mash if I expect them to swap, because I probably thought that Meteor Mash would be able to pick up the knockout. Unfortunately, Lucario with Jolly isn't exactly the strongest. Xerneas is still a really good bulky Pokemon anyway, especially since if it's slower than my Lucario at +1, I'm assuming they have some kind of bulk, right? So that was a bit of a bad judgment on my part. So if I were to have played that better, should have went for the Grassy Glide, but really well played by my opponent. Definitely was a game that could have been won if I made a few changes. I'm also wondering how much close combat was from the Lucario and the Rillaboom, because living, that had to be like 1 HP, right? And getting a knockout would have been absolutely huge there, but good game. And that is gonna be the end of today's episode. Oh, Lucario, so close. What was that team? No, that team was actually kind of I guess I'm not the only one who wants to have a lot of fun in Series 10 before the end of it. But if you did enjoy today's episode, be sure to leave a like down below, leave a comment down below, and it really does help out. You can check out more content from me with my other YouTube channels and my Twitch channel, linked in the description down below. And yeah, I will be trying out this team for one more episode next time, but that's gonna be it. Have a great day, people, and until we battle again, I'll catch y'all later.